And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, on a beautiful rainy night at Burger, we are live out at Burger in Tappahannock, Virginia. Welcome in to your national award-winning Northern Neck Sports Talk Live here on Hot Mix PA. As you can see, we are not in studio tonight. We have some special guests out here in the audience. Yes, it is the best damn hockey team in the world right now. Northumberland Indians field hockey team is in the house. Showtime! You can hear them. Showtime MMA Academy is in the house, and coming up in a little bit, Troy Rice, the local National Football League agent, will be also with us. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn ready. Myself, Will Lewis, Coach Thomas Roan, Coach Sammy Mills, we welcome you in to Northern Neck Sports Talk Live and on location at Virginia's Best Burger, Burger. Guys, what's up? How you been doing? We have special guests out here tonight. What's up? How's the shrimp, by the way?
Well, I got some, hold up, is the microphone on? Y'all can hear me?
Oh, yeah, microphone's on.
I didn't do a test of
Check. Hey, I got these Bang Bang shrimps from Burger.
Yeah.
I ain't been in here for a long time. And I swear, y'all need to come and try these Bang Bang shrimps.
I tell you what.
Good.
Promotion.
They real good. You know, good. Burger, salute to y'all. Y'all got some good Bang Bang shrimps. And, you know, I'm going to come on back again and try some more stuff.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I never ate here before, bro.
You never ate here before?
Never ate here before.
You don't know what you're missing. I'm just saying.
I got a smokehouse burger on the way.
I mean, they got one in Kilmarnock, too.
Nah,
Yeah, they do.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still over Kilmarnock?
I thought it,
No,
I thought it
not
burned
yet.
down. Oh, it burned
So,
down. Look at y'all.
so
bad
it's back in
bro.
progress, okay?
Hey, well,
Bad
I know they had two spots in the Northern Neck, regardless of the thing.
Yeah.
But we right here in Tappahannock now.
Yes, indeed.
It's right here in Tappahannock. Right here before you cross over to go to Richmond County and everything on the left.
Yeah, if you're driving, by the way, you'll get to see us. You may as well beat the horn if you can't come in here. I'm just saying.
No, that's right.
Oh, no, I'm
Anyway.
digging the vibe, though, man. We're not across the street no more, but it is what it is. The boy, hey, No Limit said, how you like me now, goatee, when I smile, trying to take me out the ghetto, but I'm still buck wild. Come on, man. Woody-woo!
So I'm taking it you watched the verses this weekend.
You damn right.
What you know about Pete, man?
Bro, I was in there. Listen, when they first put it out, I told my boys from the get-go, it's going to be tough for Cash Money, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy, yeah.
See,
It's going to be tough for Cash Money.
I heard a lot of boys saying Cash Money won, but
Is that Bang Bang Shrimp?
he got
That's
the
over
Bang Bang
here.
shrimps. Another
See,
order
we are
of-
live. We are trying out
Salivate.
Burger live. Okay,
So
that's how we're
I
gonna roll.
I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
So I came up in the 90s and everything like that. That's what I went to school with and everything. So if you didn't come up in the 90s and follow
Right.
that group in the 90s all the way through and everything like that, you don't really understand the impact that them boys had
for
back
sure,
then.
for sure,
Now,
for
Cash Money, it's the same thing. But when you talking about street bangers, street hits, man, no limits soldiers,
Like,
man.
I remember back being in Sandy Point, my homeboy Dreyfus. I was shout out to Lala, Flair, and all them. God rest your soul, baby. We miss
Yep.
you, man. I'm talking about youngins, bro. We used to be there. I don't remember nobody playing Cash Money, bro. I remember playing No Limit, bro. I remember
Goodness
watching
me.
Black and Blue. Anybody for Cash Money had movie? No, they did have. What was that? Hot Boys had that movie back then.
Boys,
But
yeah.
that movie probably weak as hell, though.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
got the hookup, man.
All right, man.
we got some special stuff going on tonight, coaches. First things first, you need to call in. And the reason why you need to call in tonight, we got some wrestling tickets to give away. I'm not talking about WWE. We're not giving away the WWE wrestling tickets, but we are giving away a wrestling event tickets that's going to be at the old Washington and Lee High School Gymnasium, the iconic gymnasium, Sammy, where we won in 1998, state champs.
He don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I'm just saying.
I know about football
So-
championships, though. Y'all don't know about that.
Anyway, call in if you want to win these wrestling tickets. It's November 1st, this Saturday. Doors open around about 6 p.m. Make sure you can go, okay? 804-822-2837, 804-822-2837. Call in to try and win you some tickets. And we may have a little bit of a trivia question to ask them, Coach, to win it. What do you think?
Hey, we can do something like that.
Yeah, we can do a little something like that.
They fought Westmoreland, so I mean, you would have to come up. Yeah, I would have to come up with a trivia question for that.
What do you think?
I mean, something dealing with Westmoreland or something.
Yeah.
You know?
How about that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. How we were talking about the 1998 team.
Okay.
How about we ask them something about the 1998 basketball state champs?
Okay, well, y'all definitely got a new basketball coach over there, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got a new basketball coach, so there you go.
So I'll get Sammy to simmer on that one for a minute. But yeah, call in 804-822-2837. Also, tonight, we are live in Innenberger, ladies and gentlemen. Northumberland Lady Indians field hockey, 13-6, baby. They are in the house. Showtime MMA Academies bring all them up, and the local agent, Troy Rice, local NFL agent, they're going to be here. But Innenberger is giving away a $25 gift card tonight on the raffle. So a lot of you gotten the raffle tickets. That's what's happening. It's a raffle giveaway, $25 gift card tonight, Coach. My goodness. So have I covered everything, Travis, before we get to this? All right. So before we get to the scores from Friday night, I want to get to this because they are live and in person. And yes, the best damn hockey ever played at the Northern Neck. The Northumberland Ladies Field Hockey Team finishes the season with an impressive 13-6 record. Holy moly. Layla Cordova, 61 goals in 2 full complete seasons, something that was never heard of before in Northern Neck District field hockey. Ever, Coach. There's Layla right here. She is in the audience. 2025 Ladies Indians hockey, only second field hockey team since 2004 in Northumberland school history to get double-digit wins, Coach.
Good deal.
And the most wins in overtime ever in all of Northern Neck hockey history. How about that? And one more, ladies, one more. The most hat tricks scored in a single season in Northern Neck District field hockey history. So congratulations. Y'all put on all kinds of milestones this season. And next year, state competition, I am predicting a state championship coming home from them.
Definitely.
My goodness. Man, they are excited, I tell you what. All right, so we're going to bring them up in a little bit, by the way. So high school volleyball, too, by the way. In the tournament, semifinals, Rappahannock over Lancaster 3-0. Northumberland over Westmoreland 3-0. So that means Rappahannock and Northumberland's going at it. The Northumberland Indians and the district championship against Rappahannock Thursday night. So that's happening. And cross country, real quick before we get to these Friday night scores. Team scores in cross country, girls, Rappahannock over Lancaster over Rappahannock. Giles told me to get it right. 38-17. And Rappahannock and boys, Rappahannock over Westmoreland 20-3. So there you go with that. Now, let's get to some football, Coach.
Yes,
what you've been waiting on, because I know you've been chomping at the bit for this.
Yes, sir. Boys on the big 2-game win streak, baby. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're going to get to Essex and Northumberland. And Northumberland scored 42 points on y'all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was
I tell you what,
good game.
It was a darn good game.
It was an offensive shootout. I mean, both defensive sides was slacking in my book. Both of them got a whole lot of work that they got to work on before it get to the big games and everything like that. If you look at Northside, I mean, Tyreek Lundy, a straight man child. In my eyes, Tyreek has been the best quarterback in the Northern Neck for the last 4 years. And to me, it ain't even up for debate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, going against the defense that he was going against, the type of players that he was going against, he's one of those players that will put it on his back and win you a game.
Right, yeah.
If it's able to be won. I mean, just in that game alone, he went 18 for 38, 297 yards in the air, 4 touchdowns. He also added another 127 yards on the ground rushing the ball. Ended the day with 424 total yards. You know, Jamar's Barber had 7 receptions for 106 yards. Lyndon Williams had 5 receptions for 72 yards. And James Blake, he had an 83-yard kick return right at the beginning of the game. I call him White Chocolate. Little young and nasty. So, you know what I'm saying? By me calling him White Chocolate, you already know what that means. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first time in a long time that I done seen a White Chocolate get down like that, one of the brothers or whatever like that, and everything like. But on Essex side, we threw the ball one time and scored a touchdown on it from Zay. Zay Bundy threw it to JoJo. I forgot what JoJo's last name is, but I think it was like a 70-yard pass straight touchdown. The crazy part about it, the Northumberland coaches, they had us like at 4th and something. And they was telling they was telling their players, hey, look for the pass. Look for all of the coaches hollering, look for the pass, look for the pass. I don't know how JoJo just squeaked it out there, scot-free, boom, touchdown and everything like that. But with the ground and pound, it's nothing different as always. Your front line got to be great.
Yeah. Look at that. Bring it here because we got live at Edinburgh. This is live, folks. We're going to eat the food and try the food out live while we're talking, all right?
Eat this and talk. But I can't open them up to my plate.
Well, when we bring the guests on, you can try and eat up a little bit.
But our ground and pound,
that is awesome.
It look like a Krabby Patty burger.
Yeah, it's looking nice, man. But our ground and pound, man, we are blessed with 3 runners on this team that can be able to do the job at any given time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at Jaden Holmes. He's a 2-time All-State running back.
Right.
He's totally leading all of the runners right now in the Northern Neck. He sits at the top with well over 1,200 yards for the season right now.
That's crazy.
Then on top of that, you got Demetrius Stewart, who's still a baby.
So bro might be able to eclipse 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
We can figure out how many yards he has for sure, though, bro.
That's the crazy part. But he has an opportunity to eclipse 2,000 yards because we're still early in the season.
Right.
We haven't even got into the playoffs and all of that stuff like that. Then you're looking at Demetrius Stewart, who's still a baby. For real, he still has his baby fat and everything on him. But he's a monster.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He's a straight monster. Boys just bouncing off him left and right. He carried the ball 22 times for 238 yards, 1 touchdown, which is a career high for him.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 22 carries.
Does Stewart have about 1,000 yards yet?
He's close.
He's getting close to 1,000.
Like 100 and some yards of 1,000 daggone yards for the season. Then on top of that, you got Zay Bundy, who carried the ball 8 times for 149 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground, and also with that touchdown pass. And the crazy thing about that game was, like I said, 4 third down conversions. We were able to convert 5 or 7 on third downs. That's important downs. You know, on Northumberland, they was able to convert 8 out of the 12 of their third downs. Now, when it get down to the crunch time, 4th down conversions. Northumberland had to stop deep twice. We had to go on 4th down. Zay Bundy, both times he picked up those first downs. And one was like a 70-yard run off the right side that he shouldn't have even got, but that's just showing you the willpower and the players over here in Essex and everything. Now again, on our defensive side, I came from. We got things we got to work on. We had things we have to work on because it's going to get later in the season where you're going to meet a team that might be a more balanced team that can run the ball.
You may as well work on it before playoff time.
Basically, that can run the ball and throw the ball.
Is there another team out here who likes to throw the ball like that? I mean, we do, but you know what I mean? But
I'm not sure right now. I mean, a few teams that I can say off of the top of my head that we have to keep an eye on. It seems like Sussex Central, who they've been undefeated since the first time that they played us.
Yeah, they have.
They are now 6-1. You know what I'm saying? And when they played us the first game of the season, they was able to pass the ball on us and run the ball on us. So who's to say they haven't made adjustments and gotten better since the last time they played us? is a team on the other side of the bracket, East Side, I believe, who's that can run the ball and can throw the ball and stuff like that. And I took a look at them the other day. They have a nice size front. They have a nice size front both ways and everything. And I mean, they're not 8-0 for nothing. So I mean, we have to take a look at things like that and be able to correct the things that we need to correct on our side to be able to keep winning down the long run.
Yeah.
And the main thing, as long as don't nobody get injured or stay healthy and everything, we got a real good shot.
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, we are the team to beat. And if you don't play tip-top, then it's going to be hard to beat us.
Right,
and on our side, we still have to correct some things. Penalty-wise, last week we had 15 penalties.
To even compete with y'all got to be – they got to be physical, man.
Yeah,
the other team has to be physical, bro.
You got to be physical.
You got to come out the gate, smack y'all in the mouth.
Yeah.
If y'all don't, bro.
You have to
it's not going.
You have to get the lead early.
And especially with this team now, this team is older. You know what I mean? So it's like, they're not here for no bull crap.
No. You figure out of all of the teams, we got the most seniors this year. So these boys have been in the program for 4 years.
And they've been playing for 4 years.
And they're looking for another trophy.
The same formation at that. You know what I'm saying? So,
nothing has changed.
They let one get away. They got another. They got one. So the only way that we don't get another one is if they beat themselves.
For sure.
And I mean,
I agree.
When you're looking at Northumberland, I got to salute Aaron Lewis and them and his coaching staff because they came out there doing what they supposed to have done. They pushed that ball down the field. They challenged our DBs and safeties and linebackers to cover. You know what I'm saying? They spread the field open, pull people out of the box. So even now,
you got to give a shout out to their offensive line too. Even
that
giving
too.
them a chance to even get them passes out there.
You figure,
look who we got.
I see. If the defensive line ain't if you pulling them linebackers and everybody out of the box, and then you just gotta rely on those 5 down linemen. They gotta get their hands on Tyreek. Tyreek's so shifted that he can get in and out of anything and get yards down the field or running the ball. So again, salute to Aaron Lewis and his coaching staff because they came in with a game plan. The only thing is you had an interception and you had a fumble that caused you turnovers on down and not being able to get the third downs and fourth downs and stuff like that. So a lot of the fans, I don't be understanding what his fans be talking about sometimes. The man clearly saying, hey, watch for pass, watch for pass.
Somebody was watching the pass.
The fans
like,
jump on him.
Get on the field and run the plays for the boys? Like,
I don't know.
All right, Coach, real quickly, and we're going to get to our guests. Rappahannock over Colonial Beach, 63-14. Rappahannock is still rolling. They only had, I believe, that one or two losses. One loss against Essex, but Rappahannock still rolling, 63-14 over Colonial Beach.
I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Rappahannock, even though they got 2 losses, one to us, and I think one to the Eastern team or something like that. They're still who they are. They still have
like a 3A, 4A team.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's a good loss to take. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, they still got C.J. Kelly. He was 3 for 5 the other day, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 carries for 68 yards. Kenneth Madison had 6 carries for 142 yards.
Goodness gracious.
2 touchdowns. A couple pass receiver touchdowns from Elmar Ellis Thomas for 30 yards and everything. So, I mean, their offense do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? The defense did what it's going to do. And, I mean, at the end of the day, the beach hasn't come back to that beach that we know of.
No, not quite, but they're getting there. They are getting there.
I'll be honest, though, from playing against them, though, I gotta give a shout out to them because they're running 12 deep. Yeah, and all 12 of them playing both. They got to play one side of the ball.
So even coming down to this week, we playing the beach. I'm not bragging on beating the beach. I'm not bragging on beating Lancaster. Both of those teams are already on the dang old loss. Check. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, I salute to them because they short-handed and they do come out and play and everything like that. I'm more surprised looking back at last week when we played Northumberland. I'm shocked at how they lost to Rappahannock. Because I feel like they are a better team than Rappahannock.
Really?
Yes, I do believe that.
Really?
I believe that.
Even defensively?
Y'all hear that, Indians?
That's the only thing that's messing them up. That's the only thing messing them up. But as far as skilled players on that offensive side, they better in my eyes because they got the wide receivers and them boys is big. They got some big wide receivers and they go get the ball.
And they're returning. Both of them return.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if they, like I said, if they tighten their defense up, they could be a problem because they got the weapons to score. You know?
Yeah, they do. All right, real quickly, let's get to Westmoreland over Lancaster. Westmoreland beating Lancaster 42-23. And, Westmoreland's still a young team. They're, but they've got 42 points on the board last week, so kudos to them.
Definitely. Sammy, that's your lead, baby.
Man.
Give me one of these damn things.
Hey, go ahead, man. They're a little crisp, but man, go ahead. Man, it was a good game, like you said, man. We're young, but we still getting it together, man. It was a little shaky in the first quarter, man. I think we went scoreless in the first quarter. Came back, scored 2 touchdowns in the second. Changed quarterbacks. The young freshman came in. I think he scored like 2 touchdowns, and they put us up whatever the score was. I don't remember scores, bro. But man, other than that, bro, it was like seriously though. It was a good game, man. And it's just with this season, man. I had someone ask me. It was like, man, what season do you like the most? Last year or this year? I was like, man, I'll take this year, man, because you're learning the growth with it, and like the guys, man, I connect. I mean, I connected with the guys last year too, but these guys here are the same guys that I've coached since they were younger. Yeah. So it's like, man, I'm literally watching these guys grow, watching these guys mature, and it's like, whatever they go through, I'm gonna go through it with them.
Right.
You know what I mean, so. But yeah, man, like seriously, that was a good game. We're 2-0 at home, so there you go. That's great. You know
and then got another home game against Northumberland at home, November 1st.
They gonna put
around about 2 o'clock kickoff, right?
Tyreek gonna put about 500.
Hey, we're at home though. We're at home.
Really, look, the girl shaking her head. Tyreek gonna put about 500 yards up on y'all this weekend. Man, he gonna go to town on y'all this weekend.
Tyreek, you better get ready, man.
Yeah,
you better get ready, bro.
All right, guys, we're gonna get to our guest. We have Northumberland Indians Field Hockey, Showtime MMA Academy, and Troy Rice is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a shout out. Local NFL sports agent. We're going to talk to him in just a minute. But real quickly, I want to let's give a shout out to the Northumberland Ladies Indians Field Hockey team. Come on up here, guys. Real quickly. Come on. Yeah, so just come on around to the circle with us. Circle around us, it'll be fine. Guys, ended the season 13-6. 13-6, one of the best known records in field hockey in the Northern Neck District. Come on, Coach. You guys are good. So, this is the Northumberland Ladies Indians Field Hockey team. And guys, those of you in the Northern Neck District, Lancaster, Westmoreland, Essex, who am I missing? We already got Northumberland, Lancaster, St. Margaret, Colonial Beach. These guys are tired of being on the road. We need more field hockey teams in the Northern Neck District, okay? They are sick and tired of being on the road. This is the pinnacle of what is hockey in the Northern Neck District. And guys, I want a real rapid fire question. Your name, what grade you're in, what position you play, rapid fire fashion.
Okay, y'all start.
Hurry up. My name is Emma Summers. I'm in 11th grade and I play center halfback.
My name is Jules Vucker. I'm in 9th grade and I'm a right halfback. My name is Brianna or Bree. I'm in 11th grade and I play left wing.
How about that?
My name is Zakiya Rice. I'm in 9th grade and I am a wing.
My name is Brianna Haney. I'm in 11th grade and I play right midfield.
My name is Layla. I'm a senior and I play forward.
My name is Kaylin. I'm a senior and I play right halfback.
How about that?
My name's Maddie. I'm in 9th grade and I play mid.
My name's Kaylee. I'm in 11th grade and I play center mid.
My name's Mia Livingston. I'm in 11th grade and I play a midfielder.
Layla?
Hi.
Did you?
Yeah, I spoke.
Oh, she already spoke. Okay, Coach. Did you introduce yourself?
Hi there. I'm Michelle Jennings and I coach.
All right. So guys, 13-6 record to finish the season, and it sounds like all of you are, most of you, rather than the seniors, are coming back next year.
Oh yeah.
How about that? Goodness me. And 13-6, I would love to see an undefeated season and a state championship trophy. I think y'all can do it. And maybe more Northern Neck District teams next fall. How about that?
Hopefully.
Yeah, Coach, you got anything for them before we let them loose?
So, what was the what is your most fondest memory for this season? Any one of y'all?
Best memory, y'all.
Best memory.
The bus rides.
This season.
Oh, good.
Beating Fredericksburg Christian.
And why is that?
Yes. Crying.
First time we've ever beat them.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody else? LC Bird, too. Yeah, and Fluvanna. You guys talked about Fluvanna during the interview.
Yeah, our regional game last year with them.
So what class is those teams compared to y'all?
Oh, like 5.
5A, 3A, some 2A, but these ladies are playing 3A field hockey
So
teams.
they play. So like, if you guys will go to the States, you guys will play a single A team, though, right?
Yeah.
No, they are playing either 3A on up. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they pulled off a 13-6 record.
Really?
We're the only 1A with the.
Yeah, only 1A in the state of Virginia.
That's tough.
We play a lot of schools in Richmond.
Yeah.
Y'all play Gloucester?
No. That's his hometown. But it sounds like a challenge.
I went to Gloucester, so I just they were pretty good when I went there, so I did that.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
So what's the goals and what are your goals for next year, and what's the things that y'all are willing to do to be able to accomplish those goals next year during the off season and stuff like that?
I think we're all going to work really hard to fill the void that the seniors are going to leave.
Uh-oh. Mayday. We right here, though. We right here.
No, you keep going.
Oh, yeah, and we want to recruit a bunch of people. We need more people to play. We need people to join the team.
How about that?
Upcoming freshmen.
Put your mic up to you.
It's a very welcoming community, so we want more people to feel welcome and join the team.
So how many players did y'all have this year, and how many are y'all losing?
We had 17 players, and we're losing 4 seniors.
Losing 4.
Okay.
So that means the majority is on the way back next fall.
That means next woman up.
Yeah,
next person up. Yeah, that's right. Ladies, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Northumberland Indians field hockey, 13-6, breaking many records in the Northern Neck District this year. Thank you guys so much. Oh, yeah, shout out to the assistant coach, too. Aaron. Yeah, that's Aaron right there, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to that, to Aaron. You guys are doing awesome. So keep it up. I want to see a state championship trophy in field hockey.
Hey, coaches, did you guys play in school? Okay. Did you play in school? What school did you guys play
that? Thomas Dale.
I played at Portland.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, salute to y'all young ladies.
Yes,
and like
indeed.
we said, congratulations on a great season, especially playing the top of the talent. The talent.
I don't know if it might be yours. I don't know.
Check.
Yeah.
We wish y'all good luck next year.
Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations, Northumberland Lady Indians field hockey, the only field hockey team here in the Northern Neck. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, real quick a picture, then we're going to have Showtime MMA real quick, and then it's Troy Rice. How about that? Yeah, live at In-N Burger. Guys, don't forget to call in. You got, y'all can go if you want, and y'all can stick around. Doesn't matter. Call in wrestling tickets. If you want some wrestling tickets for this weekend,
check.
call in 804-822-2837, 804-822-2837. All right, Showtime MMA Academy, come on up. Real quick on a rapid fire fashion, then we're going to get to the man, Troy Rice. They are coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at In-N Burger. The shrimp is banging. The chips are banging. The burgers are banging. That's why they call it the best burger in Virginia, folks. I'm just saying. Yeah, come on around, guys.
What's up, fellas?
So,
See
ladies
y'all
and
fellas
gentlemen,
again. See y'all again.
yeah, we see you. We see you guys again. Come on around here real quickly. So, Showtime MMA Academy, Coach Porter, tell us what happened this past weekend, because there was some wins this past weekend. We got to get you a mic real quick. Let's see here. Let's try that one.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
No, that one's not working. Let's try this one. We're going to get you a mic.
How y'all doing, everybody?
There you go.
We got a win last week. It was this guy right here.
How about that?
Hunter Muhammad Ali. So since he won, I'll let him talk. It's your interview.
There you go.
Go ahead, speak up.
What's up, everybody? It is not.
No, go ahead.
Is it working?
Yeah,
Okay,
there you
it's
go.
working.
Keep it up.
Yeah, we had a fight last week at Brawler's Ball in Virginia Beach, and I beat the dude in the first round. Choked him out after I knocked him down.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Basic work, normal work, typical day in the office.
So how long you been wrestling?
My dad got me into fighting when I was 3 years old.
Wow, man.
Was there any reason, or just got you in it?
Oh no, he's a black belt in karate.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a family.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the family?
No, just my dad.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, just keep using the mic, guys. Anything else you want to tell the crowd about you as to what's your next fight or who you might want to fight in the future?
I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, but as long as they can make 145. And
right.
Next thing for me, I just want to become #1 in my weight division in Virginia.
There you go.
So what is the training regimen for you like to get prepared for a fight and everything like that?
Well, typically we have 3 days a week striking, physical work, we do weightlifting, we do technical work, we do grappling also the other 2 days in the week.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 5 days a week generally training. Yeah.
Outside of working and everything like that?
Yeah.
You going to work and you training at the same time. Boy, that's a whole lot, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And I work construction, so it's like...
You work, wow, man.
Man, so how far out do you all set fight bouts and stuff like that?
Usually we schedule them, I think, like a month?
Try to set them out so they can get a board so we can.
Man.
We have to make weight, and sometimes we get a little bit heavy outside of camp.
Who's the top fighter in Virginia?
What, pound for pound or like?
No, at your
yeah. So who's the top fighter
at your weight?
At your weight.
Me.
There you go.
I like
How about that?
You said you wanted to be the top fighter in Virginia, so I was asking like, who is the top fighter in Virginia? Is there somebody you have to beat to become the top fighter in Virginia, or are you?
No. So the thing is, I just started fighting now in Virginia. Before that, I was fighting overseas in Europe.
Okay.
So I'm not even ranked until I have my second fight here in Virginia.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that's how it goes.
But internationally, I'm ranked #2 featherweight in Greece.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
So you had not only just fought in USA, but you fought in other countries and stuff
right.
like that.
Man. Worldwide.
Cyprus, Greece, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's right.
So what's the difference between fighting somebody in Greece and everywhere else compared to fighting somebody here in the USA? Because at the end of the day, I know some of them other countries, they probably a whole lot more grittier and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. To me, like the fight. Whoa, it's working.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. No,
we're back.
For me, the fighting is the same. Everything is the same. It's the process to getting to the fight that changed a little bit. So what I didn't know when I started fighting here was that there's a lot more like commission involved and stuff. Back overseas, you just have to do your 3 basic tests. You know, your HIV, hepatitis tests, and that's it. Here they need a bunch of other stuff, a physical, doctor's note, or whatever, and you have to do something called a license. We didn't have licensing, Just just do your blood work and go fight.
Okay.
So that was new to me.
So any other fights coming up between any of you
I
fellas?
think,
so
Super
far
Smash.
I got Will right here booked for next Saturday.
Say what's up, Will.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm working on getting the rest of these guys beginning of the year, but as of right now, so far just Will right now.
Okay.
All right.
We seen the person we supposed to fight.
I've seen videos of him. I've seen some footage of his fights, and so.
Okay.
How long have you been fighting?
I've been training for. I started training mixed martial arts in January, but I was a wrestler before that.
Okay.
And I wrestled since I was in elementary school.
Okay.
Oh,
so you have the experience and everything. Like, we gonna smash you?
That's the goal.
How about that? Guys, Showtime MMA Academy, thank you so much.
Hold on. Tell everybody
one more time. Where y'all located at?
We located in Warsaw, Virginia, right on Main Street, 98 Main Street, Warsaw, Virginia. Our classes is Monday, Wednesdays at 6:30.
There you go.
Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. We also have a children class at 5:30 on Monday and Wednesdays. So
how about
we
that?
got a karate class too, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. So
how
come
about
on out,
that?
check us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime MMA Academy. Will's, not this Will, but Will's fight this weekend. Make sure you check him out. Well, I'm sorry, next weekend. So make sure you check him out. Showtime MMA Academy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, without further ado, here's a picture. So, Null Neck Sports Talk Live tonight at NN Burger, right? Giving away wrestling tickets. So if you want the wrestling tickets, all right? Yeah, you guys are good. Thank you so much. If you want the wrestling tickets, call in 804-822-2837, 804-822-2837. I think we might have a question for you, right? As a matter of fact, you got a question, Tammy, about the 98 team by chance? I've got one.
Well, if you got it, you got it. I've been thinking about that, bro.
Who is a player that has the initials AH for these wrestling tickets that's going to be in WNL on Saturday? Who is the basketball player?
That's too easy, bro.
That's
too easy.
I was trying to make it a little bit easy.
That's too easy, bro.
It ain't easy because I don't know it.
AH.
That's too easy, bro.
AH is the initials. Okay, you need to call in 804-822-2837. The first to call in will get these wrestling tickets for Saturday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to bring up Mr. Local Northern Neck of Virginia, local NFL sports agent, Troy Rice. Come on in, brother. J.B. Brown, Sean Duloc, and Troy. Troy, if I'm not mistaken, you were a major in the United States Army. Is that right?
Yes.
How about that? Are you still active or are you retired?
Oh, no, I retired.
You retired.
So I was enlisted first.
Wow.
And then I switched over and became an officer.
Man, well, we appreciate your service. Appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thanks for the support.
Man, oh, man. Troy Rice, NFL sports agent. This is something special. And, you know, I followed you on social media. You're getting these guys, and you had a picture with Caleb Williams. Talk to us about that real quick.
Yeah, so Caleb's a family friend.
Right.
My oldest son, Jordan, and Caleb played on the same Pop Warner team, the Maryland Titans.
Wow.
So I've known
That's
Caleb
awesome.
and his family since they were probably about 7.
Right.
So
what inspired you to get into being a pro agent, like a pro sports agent? What inspired you to do that?
I mean, I've always liked sports in general.
Right.
Grew up right here, went to Northumberland High School, class of 95.
Go Indians! Y'all heard that right. Northumberland High School.
And stayed on statistics and things of that nature.
Right.
Continued my love for sports while I was on active duty. decided to go back to college, and then one day I was like, you know what? When it was time to start to hang my boots up, the military is about taking care of people.
Yeah.
It was a natural transition. I love sports, like to take care of people. At the time, we say soldiers.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's athletes.
Oh, man.
Give them guidance. I mean, you got deployments under your belt. I mean, there ain't too many guys that can say, hey, you know, I've done X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Yeah.
So to give them a different perspective, to let them see, you know, not everybody's trying to steal from you. Some people actually do these things
For sure.
because they love to do it.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
not about
yeah.
what you can pay me. I mean, I got a retirement check. I'm good.
And I did see online that J.B. Brown signed. And Sean, if I'm mispronouncing his last name right, I'm sorry. Sean Dolick. Okay, Sean Dolick. So talk to us about those two.
JB just recently signed as part of a group that I got
Right.
brought into. Went to Kansas, you know, linebacker, good size. You know, football is a risky business, right? So people get hurt.
For sure.
And it's one of those situations, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Right.
So JB picked up. Now, Sean's a little different. If you look at his accolades, Sean led the nation in tackles,
Yeah.
168 tackles. I don't care where you play.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tackles.
That is a lot of tackles, right?
So,
yeah.
But then again, nobody picked him up.
Oh, man.
Size-wise, he went as an undrafted free agent, and he made the Rams squad.
Okay.
Can't replace hard work and determination. Both great young men.
What school did he go to?
Sean went to Buffalo.
Okay.
Wow.
Home of Khalil Mack.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
So when you look at it, Sean had great numbers, and it's just your work ethic. At the end of the day, if you can play football, you can play football.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They'll find
doubt.
you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, how long? I deal with a lot of youth players because I'm the president of Essex Youth Football over here. So I've been coaching youth football and everything like that for over 20-some years. So I know a lot of the kids. Talk to us about. You was just saying the sizes and everything like that. Some kids don't. A lot of kids got Division I dreams. Not saying that they can't play at Division I and everything like that, but touch bases on the sizes that colleges are usually looking for in the different, stuff like that.
I mean, obviously, if you walk in here and you 6'3", 240 pounds, you're going to be attractive.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the size now. It's can you play?
Can you play?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you coachable?
Right.
Really, can you grasp the playbook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Now, don't get me wrong. Talent is going to be a part of it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if talent don't work hard, it don't matter.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but they look for the prototypical size. You'll hear them say, hey, I want a quarterback that's 6'1" to 6'4", pocket passer. Look at the best quarterback in the league, right? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, definitely.
They wanted to turn him into another position.
Yeah.
And he's only,
Yeah.
a two-time MVP winner?
Right.
Size has to do with it. Size is that first thing that gets you in the door, right? But when you can play, you can play.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to take that from them. And then it's technique.
Yeah.
If you have solid technique, solid skill set, you work on your craft. We got two guys from this area now that are playing major D1 football. When you think about
Goodness
it.
me.
So when I was coming through, that wasn't heard of.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
The only major athlete that we had when I was coming through was Cal Bowden.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And he went to ODU.
Yeah.
And he was still, the 16th pick in the draft?
Yeah.
17th pick?
Really?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
round pick.
Cal
I
Albert.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
99 draft.
Yeah.
And then you had some others follow, but everybody loves size. It's an immeasurable piece of you that they don't see.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
in here.
The heart, bro.
definitely.
The heart.
If you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
Then you got to have the grades, too.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
most
big part
important.
of it.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
another
big part of it.
Grades are an implication of whether you can learn and whether you can grasp the playbook, because a lot of these playbooks are, 700 pages.
Yeah, definitely.
It sounds that way, but, they got different schemes and motions.
Yeah,
Right.
By no means, I'm no coach, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's kind of what it
Yeah,
is.
So, like,
and you hear this, young athletes, from a pro sports agent. Get your grades up. Keep your grades up. Because that's also attractive.
And your character.
Yes.
Your character means a lot. You know, I get it. Everybody wants to go viral. But, you know, the guy that does his work it's what you do when the lights aren't on.
Right.
That'll make the most difference.
There you go.
So say if someone wanted to become an agent, like what's the road, the avenue to become, like what kind of degree do you need to become an agent?
Well, you don't really have to have a specific degree.
Right.
There are some degrees that help.
Right.
If you got a business degree, a management degree.
Okay.
An economics degree, finance degree, because you'll be dealing with money to an extent. If you understand contracts. But in order to be an NFL agent, you have to have a master's degree.
Okay.
Or a substantial experience negotiating contracts. You have to show that experience.
Okay.
Right.
From the NBA side, there's really no true criteria, because as we know, Rich Paul doesn't have a degree.
Right. Yeah.
But they tried to put a rule in place, but it's too late. Yeah. So I mean, that's it just the will. I know you guys watch TV and you see that it's glitz and glamour.
Yeah.
This thing a grind.
Oh yeah.
Just remind you, it's only roughly 845 plus or minus 20 or 30 on the other end NFL agents.
Yeah.
And there's only roughly 2,900 players.
Yeah.
So no genius, you do the math.
Yeah.
So
what advice do you give to players in this area? Because we talk about the athletes coming out of this area, and I probably know the two athletes that you're saying that around here that's playing Division I ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
In these smaller areas, even though we say it's two, but it's a lot of them. There's a couple of almost in each county.
I mean, there's a couple more. I mean, I know there's another few from Northumberland.
Yeah.
But when I said major D1, we're talking power.
Oh, you talking about
power
right
forward.
now at the college? Yeah.
Well, there's several players playing.
Yeah.
But when I say major, we're talking the power forward.
Yeah.
Right.
What advice do you have for those players that's coming up now about balancing school, balancing sports, and balancing social media and stuff like that?
Well, the first thing you got to learn is time management.
Okay.
I mean, anything worth having ain't gonna come easy.
Exactly.
So, are you just doing your regular workouts? Are you getting up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning doing something extra? Are you doing conditioning?
Yeah.
Are you studying the position that you play?
Right.
Are you going and getting outside training? What are you doing that someone else isn't doing?
Right.
I mean, are you hungry enough for it?
For sure.
Then I would talk about the grade wise. I mean, first things first, you still have to be able to get into college.
Yeah.
There's no more Prop 48 is what they used to call it back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or do you go to a junior college or a Fort Union or something of that nature? So for me, I talk about the character. Be wary of what you put on social media. Because that's also what they're looking for. They're not just looking for great athletes, because let's be honest. There's great athletes everywhere you go.
Right. Yeah.
But how do you separate yourself?
Yeah, like you said, that character, man.
Character is a big piece of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then, it's like Pavlov said many years ago, if you tell me what you want your kid to be and you give them to me early enough, I can make your kid what you want. So you could turn your kids into certain things, but the most important element is I need you to have grades.
Yeah, definitely.
Grades, character, athletic ability is going to show itself.
Sure.
Work ethic, determination. But I would say kids only work as hard as they understand. So you have to be taught how to work hard. It's not just, some kids are just doing something.
Yeah.
But it's like Deion said in one of his interviews. You got coaches out here getting kids doing drills that don't translate to nothing that happens on that field.
Yeah.
So
exactly
are you
right.
training smart? Are you training efficient? And then you just kind of build from there. And then, the guys that have the talent to move to the next level, they'll slowly start to separate themselves.
Yeah.
You'll see it naturally.
For sure.
And so the best advice, first things first, get your grades.
Yeah.
Because, at some point in time, no matter whether you make it to the NFL or you just go to college, you're going to have to put that football down or that basketball.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so you fall back on what?
Grades.
Academics,
your
degrees.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't do a degree and you go to a trade school, you fall back on something that you can continue to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
How early should a player start making relationships with college coaches and stuff like that?
That's a good question there.
I mean, so I live in Maryland, and they got 7th graders getting scholarships.
I know.
So
I know.
I mean, one of the things is it's got to be light on it. The fact that Northumberland and Essex and Lancaster, most recently with a basketball player who just moved out, they're bringing light to the area. So coaches are now paying more attention. Being a multi-sport athlete also helps.
Yeah, definitely.
But then again, it's just, building the system. It's like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they'll come.
Yeah, definitely.
Now people are realizing that you got players that come from small towns.
Yeah.
And people are starting to pay attention. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of the Big Ten and ACC schools kind of floating around here.
Yeah.
And that's it. Awareness is really what it is. So can you reach out early? I mean, the Pop Warner League, the Essex Youth League, and I think Northumberland has one.
Westmoreland.
Westmoreland.
We're the only two right now.
So
Westmoreland and Essex.
when you put those together, and just kind of highlighting the games, and then taking them out of the area, and putting together a team, that may be a compass of all the different kids, and then you take them and let them play a team enrichment in the age group. I would say, personally, I'd say stay away from grade and do age.
Yeah.
Because you got everybody's reclassing.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
You got a 12-year-old 85-pounder who's in 7th grade playing a 14-year-old 165-pounder who's in 7th grade.
What do you think about reclassing?
I was just about to ask you
since we're on that. And when should you reclass if you
there you
decide
go.
on doing
Because
it?
It's a personal decision.
Right.
I put it like this. I have a son. We was talking about reclassing him when he was in school. He chose not to reclass. But I feel like if we would have had reclassed him, he probably, but that was all during the COVID times where everything was all jacked up.
I mean, it's mixed emotions, right? On some side, you feel that it's unfair to the kids who are in their grade, right? And then the other side is that kid may have needed something more academically. It has become so prevalent now that you almost have to, if your child has those aspirations.
Yeah.
Because the reality is the average freshman is 19, almost 20.
Yeah.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
so I'll use myself as an example. I graduated high school, I had just turned 17.
My son too. Yeah.
So it really becomes a personal decision. But I guess it's, what are you majoring in?
Yeah.
Are you going to school majoring in football, trying to get to the NFL, or basketball, trying to get to the NBA? Or, there's another route. You could always go to a military prep school for a year, or a JUCO. So it's really a personal family decision.
Right.
Definitely.
Definitely, if you have that potential. Does my kid have this potential enough for me to hold him back?
And even then, if he has the potential to hold him back, what says he doesn't have the potential to go forward?
Yeah. True.
So it's, like I said, it becomes a personal decision. Do I think kids benefit? Yes. Because it does give you a year where you get to make you get to get your body stronger, you're mentally more prepared. But then again, it does hurt the kid below you who stayed in his grade. So it's kind of a catch-22, but it's the norm now.
But then it's a possibility that you might reclass and then get to this other school and find out that you might not be who you thought you was. So it's like you say,
I mean, everything's a gamble, right?
Yeah, it's a gamble.
Yeah. You may be that guy.
Yeah, then you might find out.
And then you get somewhere else and you find out that you're average.
Yeah.
Or you get somewhere and you might be that guy and the system doesn't allow you to show your talents.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you deal with a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm still getting my feet wet in the business, but a lot of times.
Or you're seeing a lot of that, you know what I mean?
You see it in general, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times what happens with that is, how can I put this in the best of terms? When you get to a system and, you may pick it because it was this type of school or that type of school, I would start telling parents to pay attention to, one, look at the depth chart.
Yeah.
Look at the incoming class of recruits.
Yeah.
Look at the offense that they run. Look at what that offense has done, just statistically, and then looking at it to see, does my child's skill set fit that? Because
he asking a question for me. I was about to ask.
Not everybody has to go to an Alabama. Not everybody has to go to a Miami or a major school. end of the day, you got you
Yep.
got guys getting picked up from
Division III schools.
Division
Yeah.
III schools. I mean,
D1
you remember
double A's.
Couple years ago.
3 years ago,
Yeah.
Bill Belichick picked a guy that nobody heard of in the second
From
round
Division
with
III.
Yeah.
from a Division III school, but he played everything:
Yeah.
kick, punt, offense, defense.
Yeah.
And he never came off the field.
Like another
But he was
Slater for those boys.
But he was a baller.
Yeah.
And he had great size. But for whatever the reason, he got overlooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 6'2", 215 pounds.
That's an athlete.
Yeah, he was an athlete.
Yeah.
So
And if Bill Belichick is looking at you, you're doing something right.
and he took him with the first pick they had that year in that draft, which was in the second round. So
Right.
you know what I mean? It all depends.
Yeah. What's like some of the biggest mistakes you've seen kids make over the couple years, or not even just the kids, but the parents too, during like a recruiting process or anything like that? Or if you seen any mistakes?
I can't really say that you make a mistake. What it is it's educating yourself on the process. And every kid's process is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It depends too, where the kid wants to be loyal and stay. Some kids don't want to go too far because, prior to NIL and collectives, it was hard for parents to travel all around and see you.
Right.
Now that, they're getting paid, it gives them an opportunity. So I wouldn't say people make a lot of mistakes. I would say people don't do their homework when it comes to, this is a process like anything else. Like, okay, I'm going to buy a car. I like Hondas. I like whatever. And then you kind of go down and look at that list.
Okay.
So generate a list. Look at what's important to you as a family.
It's kind of like my uncle told me, man. When you go out and look for a car, don't just turn that radio on as soon as you hop in that car, man. You
Gotta look underneath the hood.
Man, you better do the fact check. You better do
Yeah.
the car max, man.
So that's really what it is. I mean, what may work for you may not work for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And may not work for you. So what you have to do is you have to outline what's important to you, to
Right.
your family, what your ultimate goal is.
Yeah.
Let's say I may get a scholarship offer from Georgia, which means you're at least you can play at that level. But then, as you know, Georgia every year they're loaded.
It's loaded all the time.
The other part to that is, are you built for that competition?
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe because you came from being a guy, since we're talking football, you came from being a guy at your spot, and then you get there and you're in a room full of guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
And some of those guys are dogs. Or like Deion said, there's Hall of Famers and then there's Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So you gotta weigh that as well.
Thank you, Coach.
As you decide to make that move. And then pick what's best. Like, is academics a priority?
Right.
Or am I strictly going here to get to the league?
Okay.
What is my major going to look like?
Okay.
What does their job placement look like? How do they, all those things have to go into your individual list.
Okay.
And then you move on from there. Because am I just going after the money?
Yeah.
The collective, so you got to weigh all of those things and then make a decision with your trusted group of people, your family, and whoever.
Sometimes, I heard this before, I can't remember who said it, but sometimes it was a pro player, I can't remember if it was the NFL or NBA, but they did say sometimes it is quality over money. It is character over money. I can't remember who said that. But
a lot of them who are in these situations
right.
are giving you guidance that they didn't have.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if I would have done this, I could have done this.
Yeah.
Or it gets back to the old attitude: do I take money or do I win championships? Kind of, sort of,
Yeah.
A lot of players have numbers to take the money, but it's like, look, I like the hardware.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
The hardware adds to legacy.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said it. I could tell you all the moves in the world, but they would be based off of my personal biases. But that's not my job.
Okay.
My
Right.
job is to help you achieve your goal
Yeah.
with finding out what it is that you want.
Right.
And then let's sit down and let's come up with a plan. Some of the things that I do when I'm talking to them is, we talk about financial literacy. You're about to come into a large sum of money.
Yeah. Definitely.
Preach it.
And so I talk to several financial firms, and I got a couple of guys that I call up and I let them, hey, here's the list of guys you should talk to.
Okay.
And then it goes from there. You know, I'm not telling you what to do. My job isn't to tell you what to do. My job is to get you information to help you make the best decision for you.
So you were speaking on financial literacy. Like for guys that know for sure that hey, I'm going into the draft. I think I want to go into the draft. They don't offer like college courses for those guys.
Right.
Is that something that they have to just stumble upon themselves or find an agent for? Or?
No, I mean, you know, it's like anything else. There's information everywhere, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so when you're picking your classes, you have the opportunity to take financial classes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they do put you through something, you know, to give you information when you know you go through the rookie class and all those other things. But prior to, that's when it comes into what's important to you. You kind of sit down and have a roadmap. You know, a lot of people roadmap their thing out like, okay, I'm an athlete. I'm going to make it to the league. I'm always going to be in front of a camera.
Right.
So I'm going to take public speaking courses.
Right.
I'm expected that I'm going to go and get drafted. All right, so now I know all of a sudden I'm going to make X, Y, and Z, which is more money than I've ever seen.
Right.
So it's going to be up to you, and not really just up to you, but it's up to, as an agent, that's one of the things I preach to you. Let's get you in front of someone who can help you manage your money, set up securities, get IULs, set your companies up, and do things like that so you can have money when you don't play. Because let's be honest, the average time in the league, if you make it, is about 3.5 years.
Right.
They say NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah.
So, you know, the earlier you start thinking about post-career, some of the things I ask athletes is, what do you want to be doing at 27?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, why 27? Because most of the guys come out somewhere between that 21 and 23. 27 is about 4 years plus or minus. And what happens? You know, you're only one hit away.
Yeah,
you won, you know,
Yeah.
one bad step with all the, you remember, 2 years ago, Baltimore had 4 guys go out with ACL before the season started.
Right.
So if we start looking at those aspects of this, you know, we talk financial literacy. So let me get ahead of, because no matter how you look at it, if you make it to the NFL, the amount of money you make in that one season is more than you probably would have seen in 15 years on an average job.
Blue collar job.
You know what I mean? So, you know, you have to be, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep.
Yeah, definitely.
And what you do with
And
it
what you-
to put it
Amen
to
to
make
that.
you more money. So that's one of the biggest things I like to talk about. Let's help you keep your money
Exactly.
and let your money make money for
Make
you.
money for you.
Now, I'm not an expert, but you know what? I know this guy, and this guy.
Yeah.
And I let them kind of talk to you, and at the end of the day, they work for you. So they'll put the prospectus in front of you and tell you how to read it, but you ultimately still make those decisions.
Right.
So what's the earliest a person or whatever sport can get in contact with a player with a person like you and have you helping them?
I mean, now with NIL, I mean, in the collective, I mean, you can pretty much call it any time.
Yeah.
You know, the rules are still being flushed out. And you see certain players in high school getting
That's what I was just
endorsement
about to say,
deals.
high school players
You
and
know,
stuff.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I'm a local hometown guy. So, I mean, I came down here tonight because I was asked to, you know. So it's really, if you reach out and you want to talk, we can talk. It's just that simple. Not hard to find.
Okay.
So do you just do you do just football, or what other things you do as far as
So,
agency?
I mean, you have to, in order to get licensed, so the only exam that I've taken thus far was the NFL exam.
Okay.
At some point, I do plan to, you know, broaden the horizon
Right.
and go to NBA and maybe go on to MLB and whatever else it gives me the opportunity to. But you got to get it right here.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
got to get a system that works
Right.
here. I got to prove my concept here. And then when I do that,
You can
you
go
know,
to others.
You can go
then
to
you
others,
move
right.
on. But I did that before when I first retired. I was jumping all around trying to do everything. Now it's like, okay, lock in. It's like you tell your players, lock in. So you lock in, you proof of concept, you get it up and running, you show them the book of business is what people like to call it. And I got this player, this player, this player, this player, this player, this player, this player. And as that goes, you know, then, but the questions are the questions. They're not going to change whether you're high school. The only difference is, okay, I might be a first rounder.
Right.
You know, you have a little bit different conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
But you still give them the same level of support and effort. It doesn't matter what round you go, because like you said, Sean Dolan, undrafted.
Yeah.
And he's getting quality playing time for the Rams.
Yeah, he is.
So if a high school player was to get in contact with you and want to do work and everything like that, does that affect anything with their NCAA eligibility or anything like that?
I mean, it's still being written out, right?
Okay.
I mean, because at the end of the day, a lot of college athletes have what they call NIL or NC2A agents.
Right.
Okay.
And you're getting tutelage, and I have my own concepts and thoughts about that. You have people that weren't taking exams or didn't do any study, and they just got into it because, hey, I grew up with you, and you're about to come into money, and I want to help my friend out. I just say learn your craft. At the end of the day, I'm in a whole new career, so this is very different for me. But I've been doing contracts for years.
Yeah.
Right.
So contracts are contracts.
Okay.
You just got to know what you're looking for based off of the industry you're in.
For sure.
But they don't change that much. But you can get in contact. The first thing, if you're in high school and you want to get in contact with me, I'm going to need your parents to call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need your parents to at least be on the phone or be acknowledged, or, you want to come down and sit down and have a conversation. Put me in contact. We can reach out and say, hey, let's set it up. I'll come down. We talk. But your parents have to be there.
Yeah. Sure. You got any information with you that we could be able to, share to stuff like that?
The name is Troy Rice.
Troy Rice.
On IG.
And you're on Facebook. Are you on Instagram?
Instagram is Troy Rice.
Everything is your real name.
TikTok, X. Are you on those?
Troy Rice.
How about that? Troy Rice, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying.
I keep it simple.
What's your long-term vision for helping athletes beyond, high school and stuff like that?
I mean, when you say you set up a plan and a roadmap, you don't just set it up for playing.
Right.
You set it up like, you might say, hey, I want to get into broadcasting. Okay. How long you plan to play? And then you start seeing the signs like, okay, about a year and a half, 2 years out, okay, let's get you back into some broadcasting classes. Let's go back on your off week and see if we can't talk to the broadcast booth at your high school. Doesn't really do it as much, but let's go back to your college that you went in, and let's see if you can't get a couple of weekends when you off.
Yeah.
It ain't always got to be that same sport.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be great if you did football if you were in football, but getting the experience in any of them, and then you just kind of, like I said, everything's about the plan.
Yeah.
What's your short term? Your military wise, I'd say, near, short, long. 6 months and less, 7 months to 24. Then 24 to 48, and then 5-year plan and beyond.
Yeah.
And then you start road mapping your life. I mean, you'll see that once you put it on paper, it kind of comes to fruition.
And a lot of major media outlets now, for example, Troy Aikman, you got Tom Brady doing broadcasting, and so on. The major media outlets are looking for experienced players after they're done playing football to get that experience in the booth, to get their commentary as to what's happening on the field.
Yeah, because you can call the play.
Yeah.
You spent 20, 30 years playing this game, and then you can see the player performance.
Right.
You see them get back to the board, and you see they'll talk about the lineups they do. So you have an experience that just me being a broadcaster can't bring to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can teach you to be a broadcaster.
Yeah.
And so I would say that's the biggest thing. I know a lot of young men don't really have that plan out.
Yeah.
You have to start thinking about it. What does post football look like?
Yeah.
And we sit down and we map it out. One thing I will say that I benefit immensely from in my military career was having to be in command. So you have to help people plan. It's not just the same. You get 17, 18-year-old young people who have no clue of what they want to do in their life, and you help guide them through various conversations. You get them enrolled in schools, and it just kind of goes from there.
Right.
And this is no different.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're not going to war. We're not dodging bullets and all that other stuff. But for the same piece of it, we're doing the very same thing. You help them plan.
Tenfold. Any you got something?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Do you have a example of a successful endorsement deal that you actually had, as other than the two that we talked about?
Well, in my previous career, when you talk endorsements, you have to understand the difference.
Right.
With what's going on in the world today, you don't notice as many athlete endorsers.
Yeah.
Right.
You see influencers. because they have a wider range. You know, the
Yeah.
internet has made it different. I can't really talk about the X's and O's of, you know, certain deals that you
Right.
negotiate. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it really comes down to your marketability.
Yeah.
If you're X, Y, and Z and you push X, Y, and Z, you just have to know that that's going to come with a certain level of commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it comes with that commitment, are you willing to give that commitment?
Yeah.
Because you still have to do everything else, the X's and O's. But endorsement deals are, you know, they're still out there. I'm not going to say that they're far and few in between, but they're out there.
Right.
And it just really depends. A lot of times I tell people, align yourself with stuff that you personally like, or is it about the check?
Yeah.
Because if you personally use it or you personally believe in it, it makes it easier to go to work.
Right. Yeah.
But yet again, some people I just want the bag.
Yeah.
But know that you have to have the numbers to support.
Yeah.
When it comes to get an endorsement, you can't just walk into an endorsement.
Yeah.
Your numbers, there's
Have
got
to
to be
match
something
what they-
about you. It has to match
Yeah.
the market. It has to match certain things. So there's criteria that brings that out in order for that to happen.
And then you have to be somebody that somebody's going to actually follow.
Yeah.
Want to buy into that endorsement.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And yet again, if you're an influencer, you already
There
got
you
a
go.
built-in following.
Yeah, for sure.
And one more question from me, and I have Coach ask a couple more if he needs them. Can you walk us through how you negotiate a possible new contract? Like, what do you look for?
I mean, it's statistics.
Right.
Your numbers got to match.
Yeah.
You know, and then you look at some of it's who signed before you. Now, that's a contract that you're getting, and the person's already a veteran.
Right.
So veteran contracts are done a little differently. Coming in the draft, your draft slot tells you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's CBA driven.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't a whole lot of. You could get a few little perks here and there, but it ain't a whole lot of wiggle room.
Right.
Yeah.
The CBA says X, Y, and Z. A veteran, you know, you're looking at it. Okay, what position is it? How many starts did you make? Did he make any of the tickers that are in the collective bargaining agreement?
Right.
Did you make first team anything? Were you an all pro? Were you start going down that list?
Yeah.
Did you win an award, defensive player of the year, offensive
That's
player
when a
of the
bunch of
year?
incentives come into
So
play.
that's when all that, then the incentives come into play.
Yeah.
One of the good examples is you look at the deal Saquon Barkley signed when he first got to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then he hit
What he got last
every
year.
ticker,
Yeah.
with the exception, I think, of Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, 2,000 yards, and he could have broke the rushing record, but
Yeah.
he didn't,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yep.
And so then you look at the contract that he got subsequent to that.
Oh, man.
It was a great pay raise.
Yeah.
So when you look in it, you look at where you rank in your position, and then you look at for some consistency. Is it consistent over, is it a 1 year thing? Is it a 2 year thing? Or, you can show that build up, and then, you kind of go back to the table and you look at, you got to understand the salary cap. Okay. How much money do they have available right here?
Right.
How do we do this? How do we, build out the signing bonus? And, how long is the contract going to be for so we can prorate the signing bonus? It's a whole thing about it. It doesn't just take place. But
It's a lot of steps, and to the average eye, that's what folks don't understand when they have these contracts in the NFL going in and they're going back and forth. They don't understand what's happening behind the scenes.
No, I mean, you're talking. A lot of times you'll see they say, well, he talked to their representatives.
Like
Right.
Michael Parsons and Cowboys.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
It's polish, it's cap, it's this. I mean, but essentially, let's say you were a 5th round pick, and 3 years you met every ticker. Playing time, a certain amount of snaps.
Right.
So then you start looking, then you have production to back it up. Let's say you had 120 tackles your first year. You had 125. So you kind of kept going up. Right. And then you kind of look at who signed before them, what the impacts were, and so then you kind of start that negotiation based off of who signed before you, or but then you already may have in your head like, this is what I'm looking for. So I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into it.
Okay. So I'm good. Go ahead, Sam.
For like some players, for instance, like Micah wanted to sign before the season started, but I just saw today that Hutchinson signed during the season. Does it really matter when? A guy should sign? Like,
I mean, obviously you want to get on the field.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, but it's really, that's one of those loaded questions. It's like you would like to have them all signed prior to the season,
Right.
so they can get in and get moving, right? But then again, sometimes sometimes players want to flex their value. and defense is getting ran across.
Yeah.
And now you're like, okay, what am I missing? Well, I had this guy, Hutchinson, who had 17 and a half sacks 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
That's a big gap.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop playing. Let's figure out how we can make it work. So, I mean, ideally, for me, I would love to keep everybody signed and moving in the beginning. But some players, they make that choice. Like, hey, look, I'm holding out. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah. There you go.
Your job is to represent them.
Yeah.
That's their needs, their will. You give them the best advice you can. And, me being a junior agent, I got senior agents that I talk to all the time. You bounce it off of them. And then you just kind of look at it. But, you also got to look at the caliber player. I mean, Michael Parsons can drive certain things.
Yeah.
Four-time All-Pro. I mean, so can Aiden Hutchinson. He just So it also has to depend on with the player themselves. Like I said, production is key.
Right. Yeah.
If I got 20 sacks 2-3 years in a row, and I say based off of market value, you want to push that envelope, and you're like, I'm willing to sit out. I mean, would I advise it? I mean, it depends on your circumstances and situation.
Yeah. There you go. Troy, is there anything you want to tell the audience, the folks that are watching, about yourself, of how they can get a hold of you if they're interested in coming under you?
I mean, Troy Rice, 8 letters. IG, Facebook. I'm a hometown guy, born and raised in Northumberland County. Well, technically, I think I belong to Lancaster, but I went to Northumberland High School.
They're going to be fighting over this.
I mean, I live right there on the line on 200.
Yeah.
So, I'm easy to reach. It's not hard to find me.
Right.
My mama stay in the same place. Phone number been the same. My phone number been the same. Like I said, I come back to games from time to time. Class of 95.
How about that?
Northumberland High School. I'm not hard to find.
Yes, there you go.
And I'm pretty sure that anybody looking for me either knows one of my little cousins or knows somebody that can get me. I will put my number out here, but I ain't gonna do that. But my name and just reach out.
There you go.
I'll respond.
Coaches, and anything else before we
we had a good show, man. We're going to catch y'all back here next week sometime, man. Thank y'all for watching us, tuning in every week, and salute to Troy for coming down, man, and giving us a good
Thank you guys for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Rice, your local agent, NFL agent, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Troy, thank you so much. And by the way,
thank you.
Graduated Northumberland High School. Yeah, I'm putting on the shirt. That's right. No, this is the field hockey, okay? The only field hockey team in the Northern Neck. Right. I'm just saying.
Hey, we take it. I mean, at the end of the day, I just like to see all the kids from here do good in general.
Yeah.
So, however I can help, whether it's a question or you just want to know a little bit about any of the process, or if you want to, you're interested in maybe taking a sports management class, or easy to find. It's just Troy Rice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Troy Rice, NFL agent. And did we have any call-ins for the wrestling tickets? No wrestling tickets? No call-ins? 804-822-2837. Come on, guys. We had a good question. I'm just saying. And we do have a Innenberger $25 gift card raffle giveaway if we had it. But, yeah, this was live at Innenberger. We were live at Innenberger. We had Troy Rice. We had Showtime MMA Academy and the Northumberland Indians field hockey team that went 13-6 on the year. Ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Coach Thomas Roan, Coach Sammy Mills. One more time.
Hey,
one more.
Salute the Essex Youth Football Association, 12 U Trojans, 9-0 on the season. Just whooped up on Blue Star Cowboys last week, 36-6. They play this Saturday. Up there in Richmond, 34 on
How about that?
On 1. I forgot the address, but it's on Facebook. They play Glen Allen Ravens. That's 72.
How about that?
So if you're around, slide on up there and support them boys this week. And also Westmoreland Youth Football Association. They got
Go Eagles.
They got playoff game this week at Highland Springs High School against the Central Virginia Tigers.
There you go.
2 local youth programs, so whatever side you want, go support them.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been broadcasting live out at the Virginia's Best Burger, Inn & Burger, right here live in Tappahannock, Virginia. Thanks so much for everyone that has came out tonight. This has been fun, guys. We got to do this again. And the shrimp was just banging. That's why they call it banging shrimp. The shrimp was awesome. Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk to you next week. We'll get into previews of some winter sports, by the way. And Troy, once again, thank you for coming on. This has been a special treat. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk to you next week live from Inn & Burger, national award-winning No Next Sports Talk Live, right here on Hot Mix VA. We bid you good night.